26th, 2025, and I am here at Charleston Lake, Ontario. Yes, I am back in Canada. I was home in Toronto for 2 nights, and I will be here at Charleston Lake for 2 nights, and then I have another little adventure planned for 2 nights. Then I'll be at a friend's wedding for 2 nights, and then it's back to work and back to regular life. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's enjoy this moment. It is so quiet here. I've never been here before. So basically this is en route to the wedding. I actually booked this as a paddle-in spot because there were no hike-in spots. But then upon arriving to the park today, I realized or learned that you can hike into this spot as well. So that's what I did. I do prefer to hike. I did bring my boat though, so I'm excited to use my Alpacka pack raft. Every time I come back from my summer adventures, I'm always really excited to use it again because I never take that with me on my summer adventures. So it's really great to be somewhere new. You know, I go to Algonquin a lot, and I'm going to make an effort now to start branching out to different places, and I am loving this place, this park. Yeah, you know, it sort of reminds me a bit of, you know, with the rock, a bit of Killarney Park, La Cloche Silhouette Trail. It also reminds me a little bit of Frontenac Provincial Park. Anyway, I'm thrilled with, yeah, the hike in, just the new exploration. And I'm loving how quiet it is. All right, so there are 3 platforms to set up tents, but I will not be using any of those. I'll be setting up my tent somewhere on the ground. There's a fire pit, so I brought my chainsaw and my retractable saw, so I will try to collect some stuff to burn, etc., etc. All right, I will check back in later. So I quickly realized that I guess the reason they have these platforms is because there is no flat ground. So I did set up on the platform. So this setup really allows me to show you the design of my beloved 6 Moons lunar solo tent. So that's called a floating bathtub bottom, and then you can see there's ventilation all the way around. And yeah, so if the tent was on the ground and there was heavy rain, yeah, you know, it's like you're in a bathtub. I brought a ton of food, some ramen noodles with chicken, some stovetop stuffing with chicken, some of my homemade curry carrot soup with mashed potatoes, some jasmine rice with palak paneer, some beef, my homemade beef chili, and my homemade pasta bolognese. That's my mother's spaghetti and meatballs recipe. And then 2 portions of oats, nuts, and raisins. So, what shall I eat first? So, I've decided to go with the stovetop stuffing with chicken. More out of curiosity, I am not sure that I've ever made this before. The stuffing So let's give it a try. All right, let's give it a try. It's yummy. It's mush, but it's yummy mush. I really like it. Yeah, it's very flavorful. However, I'm still gonna put a little bit of my homemade hot sauce because I love my homemade hot sauce. It's so good. Oh my God. Yummy. So yeah, this is just a half portion of the stovetop stuffing. So it's essentially, bread. And yeah, one packet of the chicken. Those are all the packet of chicken. You can't really buy that format here in Canada. I bought those the last time I was in New York City. Oh my God. A mosquito, that's the first one. There are basically no bugs, which is awesome, but I did bring my thermocell kit, but I don't think I'll need it. This is really good. Anywho, I will check back in later. Yummy. I would just like to say that I love this little boat, and this is amazing. There is just something about being out on the water that is so soothing. So, I'm feeling a few raindrops, so I'm not going to venture out too far. My friend John just texted me and said that they just got a 15-minute downpour in Toronto. Yeah, it's picking up the rain. Okay, I'm gonna try and paddle a little bit more before it, I guess, starts raining harder. I better head back, actually. Okay, talk to you soon. I think the rain has stopped. Let's try again for a paddle. This is absolutely beautiful. Oh my God, I'm so happy. It is such a nice treat to have a picnic table, and soon I will be having a late night dinner, but I have to go filter some water first. I am just loving this night. Yeah. So good. I'm in heaven right now. This is so amazing. I know I use that word a lot, but I have the privilege to experience a lot of amazing things, so that's why I use that word so much. So yeah, my mom would always make her sauce with meatballs and not spaghetti, but spaghettini. It's a little thinner than spaghetti. So these are yolk-free egg noodles, and my mom's sauce and meatballs, but I made it into a bolognese sauce. Delish. So I'll finish this and then go to my tent, listen to an audiobook for a little bit, and go to sleep. I think tomorrow I'll hike back to my car, get some firewood, hike back in, so leave all my tent and everything here, hike back in, enjoy another evening, and then hike out. It is 9:55 p.m. I am so deeply happy and just deeply happy. So good night for now, and I will see you in the morning.
Oh my goodness, this is just incredible. So peaceful, so beautiful. There's no better way to wake up. Yeah. I'm really thankful that I don't have to pack up and leave. I am going to go for a hike today, but I'm definitely going to come out for another paddle, another sunset paddle later tonight. I'm just so happy. Yeah, I will check back in later. All right, that was an awesome 2-kilometer, 1-hour paddle. I am hungry. I'm going to have a weird breakfast. I'm not going to have
traditional breakfast food, even though I did bring some. I'm going to have one of the dinners. Let's see which one. Well, it looks like I've chosen ramen with tuna for breakfast. Yummy. It is 8:23 a.m. I'm going to make a second coffee, and then I'm going to go back in my tent. I'm going to start editing some of these videos. I'm going to listen to an audiobook. I'm probably going to nap. Yeah, I'm having an awesome time. Okay, coffee. I would just like to say that I love my sleeping bag. And this is so comfy and awesome, crawling back into bed after the morning paddle with a second coffee beside the water. Oh, this is amazing. All right, I will check back in later. It is 5:15, so yeah, after I hung out in my tent for a bit, I didn't do any editing after all. I had a phone call with a friend, a fellow teacher, discussing first day and first week plans. Anyway, and then I hiked out the second half of the loop. So I hiked in yesterday, half the loop, so I'm right at the end. I'm the furthest spot possible. So then today I hiked out, completed the loop, got in my car, drove into Lansdowne just to check it out. That's the local town. This park is in Lansdowne. Went to the Hilltop coffee shop, went to the grocery store, bought a banana, 2 bananas, some fruit, whatever. And then I hiked, drove back to the park, hiked back in. So now I've done this whole Tallow Bay loop trail 1.5 times, and then tomorrow I will hike out to make it 2 full times. Anywho, I am going to, for lunch I had one of the half portions of mashed potatoes, Idahoan mashed potatoes, with my homemade vegan curry carrot soup. I just don't love the mashed potatoes, I think. It's just too mushy. So that's fine. At the grocery store, I picked up some Knorr sidekicks. So we'll see what I'll have for dinner tonight. But for right now, I'm gonna make a coffee. But anyway, 6.1 and 6.5, so I did 12.6 kilometers of hiking today. I've carried in some firewood, so I'll go collect a bit more of that. And okay, time for coffee. So I am really curious about how this happened, but clearly some sort of animal has chewed through this bag and chewed into this coffee, but I had all of my stuff in my sack tied up overnight. There is no hole or anything in the sack. I'm so baffled right now. It is 7:23 in the morning. So the only thing I can think of with those two bags being torn into, my sun-dried tomatoes and my coffee, just the sugary coffee packet was torn into. It must have happened before I packed everything away last night. I mean, I find it a little baffling that I wouldn't have noticed or heard. I guess with the fire crackling, maybe I wouldn't hear, but anyway, it must have happened before I packed my food away because, yeah, there is no tear or anything in the bag. Anyway, cleaning up the sugary coffee powder from inside the bag and everywhere was a little tedious, but it's done. It's quite windy right now and overcast. It's so overcast that I'm having trouble getting a signal on my phone actually to play my morning Wordle and all of that. And I'm feeling done here. So I'm just going to start packing up. I am headed to another adventure anyway. So, whether I enjoy nature here or there, what's the difference? Yeah, so I'm going to start packing up. The rain is not expected until 4 in the afternoon, but you never know. So, all right, let's start packing up. It is 8 o'clock, so the boat is packed up, the tent is packed up. My backpack is packed up except for my cook stuff, so I think I'll have one last weird breakfast and then do the 6.5 kilometer hike out of here. The last question is, what will I have for my weird breakfast? Let's have a look. Here are the choices. Palak paneer with jasmine rice, but that's quite a large meal, so I don't think so. My homemade beef chili, egg noodles with cheese sauce and spicy Thai chili, or a normal breakfast of oats, walnuts, and raisins. So, yolk-free egg noodles with spicy Thai chili and cheese sauce. The cheese sauce is like fluorescent. It's from Bulk Barn. Anyway, it smells good. All right, let's give it a try. I'm not sure that I've used Bulk Barn cheese sauce before, so I think this is an experiment. It's fine. Yep, that's good. I do prefer to make all my own meals and dehydrate them and vacuum seal them and bring them. Not all my own. There needs to be a balance. So predominantly I like to make my own meals, but you know, it's fun. It's fun experimenting with different camp meals that you can make. But yeah, I'm gonna make more with that stovetop stuffing. That's for sure. I really enjoyed that, and it has texture to it. As opposed to, I probably still will make some meals with the mashed potatoes, but I have to figure out what a good accompaniment would be to offset the mush factor. It is 8:46. I am all packed up and ready to go. So let's hike out of here. Bye-bye, Charleston Lake. You were fun, and I will be back. All right, that is going to be it for this episode. Thank you for coming along with me to Charleston Lake Provincial Park. That was my first time there. I did enjoy it, and I will go back again one day. If you are going to Charleston Lake Provincial Park, you will pass, Hilltop Coffee Stop. Looks like it's been there for a long time. There are some photos up inside of, from back in the day, black and white photos. And yeah, she's just like a one-woman operation there. Super friendly. I picked up a veggie wrap, so I'm going to have that for my lunch. I highly recommend Hilltop Coffee Stop if you're going to Charleston Lake Provincial Park. But that will be it for this episode. So thank you so much for watching. Please continue to watch, comment, like, and subscribe. Keep my retirement dream alive of doing adventures just like this in nature full-time when I retire in 8 years and 8 months. See you in the next video. Ciao for now.